Actor Kiefer Sutherland slammed Ontario Premier Doug Ford for essentially being an idiot. Now, before I get to the slamming, let me first give you some backstory so you understand exactly what's going on here. So, as Global News reported, Social Services Minister Lisa MacLeod on May 31st wrote an op-ed in the Financial Post with the headline, "Tommy Douglas knew runaway debt was immoral. Conservatives couldn't agree more." In the op-ed, MacLeod evoked the memory of Douglas, former Premier of Saskatchewan and leader of the NDP, to justify the government's fiscal policies and criticize the NDP. Now, the article was then tweeted out by Doug Ford, quoting MacLeod, saying, "It's time to make government work for the people again, not the other way around. I think Tommy Douglas would approve." Now, if you know anything about Doug Ford, so Doug Ford runs a conservative government. Tommy Douglas was a socialist. He's the guy that gave Canada, he's essentially the father of universal health care in Canada. And on top of that, he's also Kiefer Sutherland's maternal grandfather. So a lot of people don't know that. Now, Sutherland, after seeing Ford and MacLeod tweet this out, was not happy about that. So today, he tweeted this out to Doug Ford and Lisa MacLeod. "Mr. Ford, your tweet has recently come to my attention, and I can only tell you that you are correct. My grandfather, Tommy Douglas, was fiscally responsible. In addition to balancing the budget of Saskatchewan, he also provided the province with paved roads, healthcare, and electricity. He did it all within 4 years. Contrary to your argument, it was never at the expense of social and human services to those in need. I personally find your comparison of your policies to his offensive. So I can only ask, as the grandson of this man, for you to stop posting his picture and using his name as part of your political agenda. After all, I knew Tommy Douglas, and you, sir, are no Tommy Douglas. P.S. You're lucky my mom's not active on Twitter. Sincerely, Kiefer Sutherland." Damn. Jack Bauer at it again. Now, this false idea that Doug Ford is peddling out there that, oh, these cuts is just like Tommy Douglas, just like what Tommy Douglas was. Tommy Douglas, a socialist. Yeah, all for cuts to social services, even though somehow he is the father of universal health care. But sure, Tommy Douglas, just like Doug Ford. It is so completely stupid. I mean, it shows you either Doug Ford's total stupidity or just how much of a liar he is. It's one or the other. He's either completely effing stupid or he's a total effing liar. It's one of those things. Now, austerity has been proven to never lead to prosperity. Cuts does not lead to improving the lives of society, of people in these societies. It never has. So, look, I don't want to get too deep into MMT here, but if you know what MMT is, you understand that you don't need to make cuts to these social programs in order to invest into society. So, look, if you don't know what it is, look it up. But regardless, Tommy Douglas is the proof that the opposite, actually investing into society, is what helps to make society better and improve the lives of everyone. So Luke Savage tweeted something out here that makes it clear exactly where Tommy Douglas stood on this issue. So he tweets out, "Hate to be that guy, but I really wish people would stop trotting out the Tommy Douglas hated deficits talking point. Don't know when this started, but the CCF in Saskatchewan presided over a massive expansion of the state and welfare programs." So Tommy Douglas, being a socialist, presided over a quote-unquote massive expansion of the state and welfare programs. So I guess that means that Canadians hate him, right? Oh, Tommy Douglas, one of the worst Canadians of all time. Actually, in 2004, Tommy Douglas was crowned the greatest Canadian of all time after a nationwide vote, which shouldn't be surprising considering, yes, he gave Canadians universal health care. Now, Lisa MacLeod responded to the criticism that Kiefer Sutherland threw out there. So she tweeted out, "I used to like this show," referring to 24, "which overtook a very expensive bus shelter ad in fall of 2017 outside Queen's Park. Alas, it's more difficult to be a politician than pretend to be one on TV." Now, actually, I don't think that's 24. I think that's another Kiefer Sutherland show or movie. But the point being here, look at the ratio on this tweet. So, as you can see by the comment to like ratio, she got ridiculed for this dumb tweet. Because, as you see, she didn't address any of the facts that Kiefer Sutherland laid out in his rebuttal to this BS. And on top of that, I have to, almost every time I talk about Doug Ford, I have to bring out this little fact because it's important people understand how dishonest this government is. So while they're talking about how, oh, we don't have any money for these social programs, we got to make all these cuts. While they're saying that, they canceled a planned surtax on the wealthy worth $275 million a year. So this Ford government pretends there's no money for anything while giving the wealthiest people in Ontario a massive tax cut. That's what this Doug Ford government is about.